too bad overall. The worst I feel is very hungry and thirsty.
Written report. Alright, let's see. My vision was darkened and blurred, like wearing glasses of the wrong prescription. Sounds were muffled. I felt a heaviness in my mind. It took extra effort just to do the actions I thought of. Then I was filled with a blind need to leave my room. I couldn't explain why. Like forgetting why you walked into a room, but instead, it's forgetting why you were leaving one. My ears rang the entire time. Yeah, it doesn't sound fun. That sounds pretty horrible.
In the second stage.
Do you guys think that there's something in that audio there? Like I could put it in reverse or something? There's been a lot of different audio things this season, as far as like reversing them or slowing them down or speeding them up. So that sounded like there was definitely something to it. So maybe we'll go back to that. June 23rd. Given no safe options at the time, you resulted in sedating Harvester and manually siphoning out the venom. Venom extraction this way is proven effective. Okay, that's smart. Nice way of doing it without getting attacked. Damn. So that's the those are come on, I just lost. Those are like the tendrils? I believe that's the right word, right? For the harvester. Because the harvester is like a bubble, and then it has like those pieces that come out of it, those long pieces where it uses to trap things. Big shout out to Darian this season because there's been so many incredibly well done practical effects. Like just seeing this, the mimic from the last episode, the meat snakes, they just everything looks insane and so good. Like it's actually straight out of real life. It all looks really well done. June 23rd, we managed to extract 2 milliliters of each venom from a total of 5 spines each. The paralysis venom left is more abundant in each spine than the anticoagulation venom right. Again, back to the host test. Exposure 2. Subject again experiences agitation. The host still displays aggression, but appears less irritated. Why are they doing this again? Like, why are they double exposing someone? Subject quarantined while still displaying mindlessness. The subject is greatly distressed by their containment. While initially concerning, the symptoms again eased. But he's a little more aggressive at the start this time.
I'm much more, I'm exhausted now. My joints feel tight, and my muscles as well. There's a slight tremor in my fingers. I'm very disoriented, and my head is pounding. I'm also seeing silhouettes, and my vision is, I don't know, like, if you looked at a light for too long, and it gets burned into your vision. I'm getting better, though. I think I should be fine to continue.
That doesn't sound like you're getting better, dude. That's actually an interesting experiment then, because exposure 1 was pretty normal. That's like based on information that we knew. But then exposure 2, it seems the after effects are a little more harsh and maybe lasting a bit longer than the first exposure. It's also interesting that at the beginning of the second exposure, he seemed way more aggressive, which makes me think they're probably going to do a third one now, right? So how aggressive is he going to get? And what are is there going to be a point where the effects just don't subside? Like where maybe instead of 36 hours, it'll take longer for the effects to go away? Or maybe the effects just won't go away at all? I guess we'll see. Written report. Okay, my eyes hurt. Everything was out of focus. It was dark. I saw flashes of light just out of sight. The ringing was so loud. I thought I heard whispers. I couldn't tell. The ringing drowned out most noise. I can't remember anything I did after being locked up again. Just trying to get out. I needed to get out. So the want to join the host or get to the host was a little increased this time, I guess.
In the third stage, your body should now be almost fully relaxed.
July 20th, production of venom vials has been greatly successful. And my reading hasn't been today. We have a consistent supply of each venom being extracted. What are they planning to do with the venom? Why are they getting so much of it?
Now you see me? Now you don't. Did you see me?
October 9th, exposure 3, subject displays usual symptoms. The host appears to have mellowed out and has displayed curiosity for the subject. While in the middle of quarantine, the subject began hitting themselves against the door in a means to escape. The subject was swiftly detained and restrained to prevent further harm. After the effects wore off, the subject assured that they were willing to continue the test. You don't look like you're good to continue.
Numb, like pressure. It's not bad. It doesn't hurt. I don't think so. At least I remember something. I can't pin it though. Like remembering a dream. It was bright. It was nice. I felt important.
I feel really bad, dude. I understand that maybe this research will actually be effective, just knowing what would happen if someone got exposed constantly to the spores, but doing it on such a consistent basis where it's like, all right, he's exposed 3 days, he gets over it, exposed again. Like, this has been just going on back to back to back. I mean, I think it started on October 1st, and now it's October 10th, and he just finished his 3rd exposure. Are they going to go for a 4th now? Because I feel like this guy's eventually just going to be like brain dead at some point and just not even be able to function. I do think it's interesting, though, that the host is getting more mellowed out the more times this person's exposed, and I almost think that's because the host might be getting more confident that the more he infects this person, eventually they're just going to stay infected, and the feelings are not going to subside. So they're kind of okay with what's happening. Written report. I seen figures dance in the dark. I want to catch them. Why were they there? What did they want to say to me? I couldn't hear the whispers. So much ringing. I need to know what they said. Why did they need me? Why was I called? That's extremely concerning. Figures dance in the dark. When he said he was seeing silhouettes, I was thinking maybe a silhouette of the host, but he's talking about multiple figures dancing. Neat.
And finally, in stage 4, something strange happens. Brain activity begins to pick up again, and your eyes begin to rapidly move. This stage is called rapid eye movement sleep, or REM sleep. REM sleep is believed to be your brain working on cognitive function, learning, and memory. This stage also has the most likely chance you will dream.
We can conclude that harvester tendrils will not be triggered by trimming test subjects. Why the harvester one's so quick? They don't give you a chance to read. While we could conclude that other members of the Vitacarnus may also share this protection, more testing is required. It's very interesting that I guess the Carnus is all connected, right? So it would know if a trimming is going over the tendrils, so the tendrils wouldn't end up activating. Very interesting. Hey, that's you guys on screen. That's you guys, yeah. I don't have a harvester plush though, because sadly I missed that drop. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Exposure 4, significant findings during exposure. The spores emitted from the host now have a distinct red hue instead of its usual orange appearance. The host displays a mellow behavior. So this is the third type of spore then that they collected? Because remember at the beginning there were like 3 spores? A red spore. Very interesting. The subject is restrained to their bed to prevent any harm they may do to themselves. Despite this, the subject tries to resist their restraints while under influence. What are the red spores going to do differently then? No.
I see it. It is dark, but a light so beautiful. I devote myself to the great truth, to stray from darkness and meet the light. For wonder and wisdom, I serve my Lord. I serve my Lord. I serve my Lord. I serve my Lord.
Given the clear metal restraints on the subject, testing has been halted indefinitely.
Is this real? Is it really Harry Potter? Harry Potter, our new celebrity.
What? I see the light, avoiding darkness. I see. Did he say I see my Lord?
I serve my Lord.
I serve my Lord. Is this like brainwashing by the host? Is the Lord his host? I mean, clearly, this is now after the time period. This is on the 15th of October now, and he's acting like this. So again, it did end up doing like permanent damage to him, I guess. I mean, just look at him. I mean, oh my God. Can we just get, like, what was he at the start again? This is what bro looked like at the start. So yeah, not good, not good.
But what are dreams?
Hey, why am I tied up? What's going on? Hey!
Sit still, Bruce. It's all right.
Dr. Jados, why am I here?
Bruce. So now, running back to the beginning of the video, this is B then, I'm guessing?
Calm yourself. We're just going to ask a few questions. The restraints are just a precaution.
What?
Relax.
Okay.
So, Bruce Phoenix, you are the manager in our files department, is that correct?
Yes.
What would you say you do?
I organize documents, process reports, tapes, files, mainly with our experimentation unit.
I see. The reason I ask is because I believe there have been some issues recently with your department. Have you noticed anything?
No. I don't think so.
Really? Nothing at all?
No. It seems to be in order to me. Why?
Well, I asked because we had a look through our documentation and noticed some inconsistencies.
Like what, sir?
We noticed that there has been some tampering with some particular documents. Classified documents. Nothing too big, but it seems someone's been covering some things up. Well, you are the head of that department, so we thought you would know something. Are you sure you don't know anything?
I'm sure.
I'm sure too. You know, loyalty is an important part of how we work here. We handle some important things, classified things we don't want getting into the wrong hands. So when we find out that someone has been smuggling documents behind our back, that is awfully concerning. Especially when that person, I don't know, is lying right to my face.
I'm not lying, sir. Stop.
Especially when we have them on video. Which leads me to ask, why are you taking tapes out?
I can explain. It was just stop.
I don't need to know what you were doing with them, but I do need to know one thing. Who are you sending them to?
No one.
Who are you sending them to?
Please, sir, listen. I was just organizing them and I had to move them.
Who are you in contact with?
So please, I'm not lying.
We are past that, Bruce. Why do you think this was acceptable? What you were doing threatens national security. You are actively threatening the progress of the human species.
No, I'm trying to save the human species. What we are doing here is wrong. It's those things. They have brainwashed you. They are messing with your judgment. Safety protocols, basic upkeep, reckless experiments. This isn't progress. This is madness. You are becoming like those monsters who worship them. Please, Marshal, we need to stop.
I'll ask one last time. Who are you contacting?
Never. I'm done. I won't be a part of this.
Good man, good man.
Cut the cameras.
Hey, I was here first! Monty Burns, is that you?
It's the bat. You watch some of the tapes of the experiments with you.
I don't know if I'm bugging or not, but I could swear during that section, I'm not sure if it's the song that's playing in the background, but I feel like I might actually be like bugging out saying this, but it almost sounds like I'm hearing like some kind of Morse code going on in the background of the video of the audio. It's so faint though that it makes me think like maybe it's just part of the song, like maybe it's just another layer of sound or something, but just listen again, maybe you'll hear it, maybe not.
What we are doing here is wrong. It's those things. They have brainwashed you. They are messing with your judgment. Safety protocols, basic upkeep, reckless.
I hope you can hear that. I definitely hear it, but I don't know if it's actually Morse code or if it's just like a part of the song. I for some reason I'm terrible. Like I can't like listen to Morse code and be able to translate it. So let me know what you guys think.
You watch some of the tapes of the experiments we do. It's interesting, some of the things in there. Did you know in harvesters that both of the penalty injector lethal? The neurotoxin doesn't just block the nerve signals, it directly attacks each nerve, causing sudden paralysis in muscles going deeper into your vitals. But for each nerve that dies, you feel every single thing. But all you can do is sit in silence as your nerves burn away until your heart stops beating, your lungs stop breathing, and your brain shuts down. Fortunately, usually the other that causes you to be down first. So yeah, here's what you need to do. Perfect. No, wait, no, wait, no.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's brutal. I mean, I knew they were going to kill him. I didn't think that they would kill him that way, though. That ties in why they were clearly getting the harvester venom. I guess they could use it to literally torture people to death. That's crazy. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. I want to go back and look at him, because you could see him injecting him with it, but he didn't look like a normal person. Here's what first. Like, what am I looking at? So this is Bruce getting injected, but what is this? Peep the neutral symbol here, by the way, in the top left. I can't really tell. It doesn't look like a specific Carnus type. This looks like a face. I'm not sure what's going on here with the body, though. That's so interesting. Written report. Oh. Yeah, we'll explain that in a second.
Behold, the common duck. A remarkably complex creature, the duck exhibits a broad range of behaviors. While one dislikes all things AI, another searches for a way to use AI privately. At long last, they fled Google and found their flock with DuckDuckGo, the search engine and browser.
And that's it. Obviously, a huge shout out to Darian. Darian's link to their channel will be at the top of the description down below. Shout out to the cast that did the voice acting in this video too. Amazing, amazing work. And big shout out to Darian's Ko-Fi, which, as you can see, I am a member of here, and I have to say, it is very much worth it. Ko-Fi is a great service where you can give money to creators of these, projects, and they provide you with like other things, like cool art that they're working on for the series, or background stuff that they're working for the series, like behind the scenes and whatnot. And I'd say being a Ko-Fi member for Darian's Ko-Fi has been sick. I've seen some awesome behind the scenes stuff, so I definitely recommend you guys go do the same. Link to that will also be in the description down below. Okay, so after taking some time to just go over some things and try to figure some stuff out, I think I got some interesting things to tell you guys. For one, we have this report at the end of the video. This is the fourth and final report from the person that was constantly exposed to the host spores, and they drew this image. And this may look familiar to you, especially if you remember a lot of the secret videos from the series, and that's because that was pretty much a drawing of the royal family from the secret pages that we got from season 1. So in case you need a quick recap on this is directly from my secret video, by the way. Basically, there was this prince. He was with his parents. He ended up falling off a boat into the ocean. He was stranded, found this cave, and then he went into the cave and he was injured. These critters find him in the cave and they end up doing some things to try to heal him. The prince ends up waking up happy because he's healed now. The critters are like, yo, prince, like, this is our home. But they say, this is our home full of wonder and beauty. Although the force struggles to provide for all of his critters, we are facing disaster. Can you help us? And then the prince is like, hell yeah, I can help. And this page was super hard to read. I remember it's hard to understand what he actually did. But at the end, the prince promises that once he returns home, he will come back to the island and return to the critters. And if you guys remember, it's kind of hard to tell like who the critters actually were. The theory about the prince was that he was like the original Carnus that maybe came from space, landed on Earth injured, and then maybe critters, being humans, helped him out, help him be healed. And they were like, hey, the Earth is, like going through some stuff. Like, we would love if you could help. And then he was like, oh, okay, I can help you guys. Let me just go home and then I'll come back and I'll help Earth, which would make sense why the Carnus maybe appears. Maybe the prince, I once thought the prince was in the singularity, came to Earth, got injured. Humans may have helped at some point during history. He leaves, comes back, and spreads the Carnus on Earth as a way to help Earth. And obviously, it's not helping the way that we thought it would. That's the theory, at least. But it also could make sense for what the person being exposed to the spores said. Let's just listen to it again.
Oh, beautiful. I devote myself to the great truth, to stray from darkness and meet the light. For wonder and wisdom, I serve my Lord. I serve my Lord.
My thought process here could be that maybe the fact that this person drew the royal family and saying like, I'll serve my lord. Maybe the lord is the prince or the king in that drawing. But I think the point is that maybe the prince's objective was to leave and be like, I'll come back to Earth and help out Earth by spreading maybe whatever belief system that they have to humans and to the Earth itself, by spreading the Carnus as well. And maybe this person is one of the first people to fully experience what the intention is on humans being manipulated by the Carnus. Maybe eventually all humans affected by the Carnus will have this belief system, or maybe they have it already. It's a bit hard to tell because we haven't really gotten much that I believe in this series about a lord or like believing in something else, like a religion other than I guess the cult. But it seemed like the cult just worshipped the Carnus for what it was, not for what this person is saying here. So it's a bit hard to tell. I think we'll definitely hear more about this in future videos, but it's very interesting that this is directly tied to the storybook pages, which I feel like we haven't heard about in quite a minute. Now, another thing I want to bring up was I said during my reaction how I was a bit confused why the person injecting Bruce looked like they were a form of Carnus, specifically this image here. And I was like, it doesn't make sense, what kind of Carnus person could this be? But after thinking about it further, you guys may remember my takeaway from another one of the secret videos was that the cult leader, Simon, looked like he was almost becoming a part of the Carnus after worshipping it for so long. And it seemed that was a bit unexplained, like we didn't know too much about that. But if Carcass is also being manipulated by the Carnus, the same thing could be happening to their higher-ups as well. Maybe they're also turning into their own Carnus form in a way. And that silhouette that we saw is an example of that. Even Bruce said the Carnus is manipulating you guys, it's getting into your heads. And it seems like he's right for sure. Seeing that this guy may have transformed into some kind of Carnus being while torturing Bruce is just proof of that. So something I realized while editing this was that this host was from where the cult was at Facility Zero. And it was found with the Nutri-Co flavor enhancer. So it makes you wonder if they were trying to use the host spores to spread this belief system using the flavor enhancer. And they were stopped a bit early when, the whole flavor enhancer got taken out and everything like that. But maybe this is what happens when you're constantly exposed to these spores, is you turn into something that looks like one of these cult members where you're like almost looking like a part of the Carnus. And that's what the cult's goal was to spread the same belief system and to make everybody become a part of the Carnus. Just a thought in my head. Let me know what you guys think. Now, in of course, classic Vita Carnus fashion, there is a secret video. So let's watch that now.